Hello friends, happy Monday. I hope everyone's having a good day today. It is noon here and I wanted to take you guys through a full day of eating with me and what that may look like, especially on a cut, because I'm currently cutting right now at 1800 calories. We've got a Hawaii trip coming up here soon in like 25 days and I can't wait to go back because we've been there before. But this time we're staying 10 full days, so we're also gonna go to Honolulu. We're gonna start in Kauai, but we're also gonna be in Honolulu towards the end of our trip. So just super excited to experience a different island and go back to Kauai because there's just so much that we didn't get to do. So I'm really excited to get back, but we're on a strict cut. And I wanted to take you through my day. So we'll be making breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. And hopefully this video just gives you inspo on what to eat. I'm pretty simple when it comes to my meals. I don't have anything super fancy. I don't change my meals too frequently. I feel like I eat the same things a lot of the time. One tip I do want to share with you guys that is super helpful for me personally on a cut that may help you, especially if you find yourself getting super hungry on a deficit, which usually we all do, is I will wait as long as possible in the morning to eat my first meal of the day. So for instance, I woke up at like 7 a.m. today. And now I'm gonna have my first meal around noon, and then I'll be going to the gym shortly after that. And then my lunch will essentially be later in the day too. So you're condensing the time frame of eating. So you never really get the chance to feel super hungry since it feels like you have less time in the day, if that makes sense. For instance, the other day, I woke up at like 6 a.m. and I had to have breakfast because we were traveling. We were going back to Cincinnati for something. And I had breakfast earlier in the day. So then I get hungry for lunch earlier in the day and then dinner earlier in the day. So by the time I ate dinner, which was around like 4 or 5 p.m., I typically go to bed at like 9, 10 p.m. And that whole block from after dinner, around 4, which that was an early dinner for me, 4 to like 9, 10 p.m., like there's that huge gap where I have that chance to be really hungry and it can be really tempting to want to eat more. So if you're condensing your time frame in the day of eating, so if my last meal today is probably going to be closer to after like 5 p.m. and I won't have as much time to feel those hunger sensations, those cravings or anything like that because I'll be shortly going to bed. So that's one tip that I like to utilize is just trying to eat later in the day. It's kind of like intermittent fasting in a way, but it's not as strict because with intermittent fasting, you are picking time frames and a schedule of eating and not eating. I'm not super strict with it. I just really just try to start my day like a lot later to shorten my time frame of eating. So for breakfast, we're eating cottage cheese with eggs. This is 2% milk fat cottage cheese, and it just adds a little bit more protein to the eggs, and it tastes really, really good. So I've got a little salt and pepper on that, and then I've got my cinnamon raisin bagel with some strawberry preserves. I've got 2 servings of that on there. And what I'll do is I track everything on MyFitnessPal just because I've been doing it for years and it's super easy. But this meal, let's see, 2 eggs. I did 90 grams of cottage cheese. Let's see. I did 2 servings of the strawberry preserves. And then the cinnamon raisin bagel. So this breakfast is on the higher side just because I am about to work out soon. So I wanted to add 2 servings of the strawberry preserves for extra carbs before I work out. So this is what it looks like. I'll pop it up on the screen, the calories and the macros for it, the breakdown for it. But I've got 33 grams of protein, 87 grams of carbs before my workout, and then 15 grams of fat. Ooh, I almost forgot. Truff sauce. This is so good. I love this on my eggs. If you haven't tried this, highly recommend it. You can get it from Whole Foods. Publix has it now, at least the one that just got built near us. But it's so good, you guys. It's got a kick to it, so if you like that. As far as vitamins go, I will take the Nordic Naturals Ultimate Omega. This is a really good brand. And then I will take Nutrafol, which I've been taking Nutrafol for like, I want to say 1.5 to 2 years. I actually canceled my subscription and I have 1 more month left, I think. But I don't know. I don't know if it's working. It's got a lot in it, so that's why I don't take a multivitamin, because I don't want to overdo it. But I will just be switching back to a multivitamin after this just because I feel like it's so expensive. And I want to say I've noticed some change, but it's not significant enough for the price point. And then as far as creatine goes, I do take that on a daily basis. Sometimes I'll take capsules, sometimes I'll do the powder form, which it depends on the day. I take it consistently every single day, but it doesn't matter what time you take it. Sometimes I'll take it in the morning, sometimes I take it right before my workout. Sometimes if I don't do those, I'll take it at night. It just matters that you take it every single day. So I just got out of the shower. We're running a little bit behind because we had to book a lot of Hawaii stuff and that took way longer than expected. So we are getting lunch together. Isaac started lunch for us. We are gonna eat the Kevin's cilantro lime chicken. I love this stuff. Super easy and quick if you're in a time crunch and need something tasty. You just throw this on the skillet and then you throw the sauce on, and then I pair it with some rice. So I've got the rice cooking in the rice cooker. Love this thing so much. And you can get this at Costco or Kroger, Publix. So I went ahead and plugged in my dinner for tonight. I'm gonna have chicken teriyaki, so I'll take you guys through how I make that. But I plugged in 1 serving of Kevin's cilantro lime chicken with 1 serving of rice. So I am going to weigh out 1 serving of cooked rice, which is roughly 130 grams with the brand that I eat. And then I'm gonna weigh out 1 serving of the chicken. Oh, yummy. I love steamed rice. All right, 130 grams. Ow. Tear that. What the heck? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna re-tear it, and I believe a serving of this is 140 grams. So I'm gonna weigh out 140 grams of this one. So there you have it, just chicken and rice. Super tasty, like you don't even need any kind of sauce, although I love the truffle jalapeno lime sauce that sometimes I'll put on there. You can throw some black beans on this if you want, if you have extra calories, cheese, make it like a homemade chipotle bowl if you want to, but honestly just this and rice is so tasty. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm going to get ready for the gym because we still have to go there and it's like a 30-minute drive, so we probably won't even get to the gym till around gosh, 5 at this point. Put my face on. We're gonna go pick out our Gymfits. I don't know what I want to wear today. My closet is so much smaller than the one that I had in Tampa. Let me. So this is my closet. I put all of my workout gear in here, and then in my other closet, which is a walk-in, I put my normal clothes, but this is kind of a disaster. And all my sports bras are just chilling on the ground because eventually we're renting this place, but eventually I want to put a little rod here that way I can hang up my sports bras and obviously add more to my collection, but just haven't had time to do that. So we're finally on our way to the gym. I have squats today and a full leg day. This week is the last week of my block. Last week I reattempted 315, but unfortunately I just couldn't get it that time. It moved better than it did initially the week, like a few weeks prior. So I'll take that as a win, but unfortunately it just wasn't in me. And that's okay. I think that day I was obviously a bit bummed, but a little relieved in a way because I have a photo shoot coming up and because there's another navigation launch happening soon. And then also Hawaii is coming up, so I really wanted to be cut down for that too. So even though I didn't get it, I just have to remind myself it's gonna be there one day. There's no rush to get it. I was, 310 moved so smoothly. I was really happy about that. That was a huge win for me, huge PR. So we'll try again next time. Here I've got my creatine mixed with some Prolific, so some caffeinated pre-workout to get me through this leg day. Hello again, welcome back. We are about to make some dinner. We're gonna make some chicken teriyaki with white rice and broccoli with carrots with my favorite chicken teriyaki sauce I'm gonna tell you guys all about because I love it so much. And we're gonna cook with chicken thighs because it tastes so much better. And I'm gonna get the rice going. So I actually made this last night and it was so fire, and I ate it with some kimchi, which I'm gonna do again tonight. But I'm gonna make fresh rice, and I'm just gonna make 8 ounces of chicken for me. I've already made 8 ounces for Isaac so he can eat on the one in the refrigerator. So basically, let's take you over here. This is what I do. So if you don't have a rice cooker, you should totally get one because you can make rice in bulk, although me and Isaac really like fresh rice, so we don't mind to make it for every single meal. What I'm gonna do, or what I do is, I'm gonna do, let's see, we're not gonna be here tomorrow, so we don't need to make extra. We are gonna be here, but we're traveling, so I don't wanna make too much, but we can eat on some tomorrow. So I'm gonna do 1 cup or 2 cups. that means 4 cups of water, because every cup is 2 cups of water. But first, I'm going to clean the rice. And I just take it like this, stir it around, and the water will get pretty cloudy. I don't know if you can see. It'll get cloudy. You basically just want to rinse it until it becomes clear. So I just drain it and then redo it. I do it like 2 times, sometimes 3. And then we will take over here. I just put it in, can you see that? I just put it in the rice cooker, close it up, plug it in, and then you just turn it on. And then it cooks for about 30 minutes, and then it will just flicker to keep warm. And you wanna let it steam for about 15 minutes after that, and then it's ready. It's so good. So I'm gonna start getting the broccoli cut up. I've already washed it. So next you wanna get your pan, turn it on medium-high. That's what I typically do. And I use a cooking oil just because it's less calories than using an actual oil. Like olive oil is gonna be a lot more calories. So a spray is just what I recommend, especially if you're cutting. And I put this garlic on the pan. I don't even measure it out, I just kind of eye it. And next, let's get to our chicken thighs. So I'm gonna make 8 ounces of chicken because I want 2 servings of the chicken thighs, and each serving is 4 ounces. So what I'm gonna do is I will put my little cutting board on top of my scale and tare it. And I will just, if you don't have a pair of chicken scissors, you need a pair because it's genius. So quick, but I'll cut the fat off of the chicken thighs and leave it in that little container that it comes in. And then I will just chop it up on top of the cutting board until I weigh out 8 ounces. Beautiful. All right, this is gonna go on the pan. Stir that around. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a specific time that I let the chicken cook for. I honestly just cook it till I think it's done. And sometimes I make sure it's really done. Like I'm really paranoid to eat undercooked chicken. But what I like to do is I put it on medium high because I like for the pan to crisp it a little bit. So I just kind of cook it until it looks a little crispy. So I used to work at the hospital and I would get up at what? It was like 4:50 a.m. every single morning, and I would make my lunch for the week. So I would make it like every few days because I worked 4/10s and I didn't have the same schedule. Like I didn't work on the same exact days. It was just 4 days out of the week. But what I would do is I would cook multiple servings, which I highly recommend you do, especially if you are always in a time crunch. You always want to make sure your meal is prepared. That way you're not going out to eat or like so hungry that you want something really quick. Then you already have it prepared in your fridge and it's macro friendly. So yeah, I would cook my lunches every single morning, and I would have a serving for that specific day, and then I would have lunch for the next day. So you should be able to tell that it's getting a little golden in some areas. So I'll just let that chicken sit there until it almost kind of crisps at the bottom, and then I'll stir it a little bit more and let it do it on the other side, and then that's when I add the broccoli and the sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and put my favorite chicken teriyaki sauce on. So I do I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. I feel like that's all 8 ounces really needs. But this is 30 calories. It is so tasty, you guys. It's the Three Dragons Sweet Ginger Teriyaki Sauce. I have not tasted a better teriyaki sauce than this. Like it really, really tastes like you're at a restaurant. Love this stuff. And we're gonna do 2 tablespoons. So yummy. All right, this is what it's looking like, y'all. Turn, turn, turn. So this is what I mean by crispy. You can tell that's got a little crisp to it. And I'll just stir the sauce around, and usually I'll turn it lower. And then I'm gonna add the broccoli. I'm gonna add a little bit of carrots. I usually just buy these little shredded ones because I like to put them in my salad and it's very convenient. So I'll just sprinkle some on there. So yeah, I will just stir this around, let it cook for a little bit until I think it looks done. Like I said, I don't really have a specific time frame on when it's done, but this is what it's looking like. And the rice cooker, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it says keep warm now, and it should be ready to spoon out. So easy peasy. Look how good that is, you guys. Oh, it looks delicious. I'm going to spoon out a serving, so I've tiered my bowl. Just weighed out my kimchi. I have 160 grams in here because I have the calories for it and it's so good. All right, here's the yogurt.
Wow, thank you.
This is what it looks like. So delish.
Oh my god.
Under 30 minutes. What, that took me like 30 minutes? Mostly because of the rice, but yeah. You don't want any kimchi?
No.
How can someone not like kimchi?
Easily.
So we're gonna eat and he's gonna tell you how he likes it.
What's up, guys? We're here in the Chana teriyaki bowl. This thing is so good. Eat it. Check this out. Right now.
What does he do? He's like,
Oh. Yes. Yes.
so good. So I do have some overnight oats, like the little mush containers. I'll show you guys.
The mush are clutch.
They're so good. I'm gonna eat this for dessert just because I was supposed to eat it earlier, but time got the best of us and we were running behind for the gym, so I just didn't have it earlier. So a little dessert for me, and at no point today was I ever super hungry, just because waiting so long to eat breakfast helped so much. And let me see, I technically have 79 calories left after all of that. I don't know what I want to eat. I usually would just look at my macros sometimes. Actually, this is genius. So here are my macros: 6 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat. I'm good on protein. I'm gonna plug this in ChatGPT. I don't know why people don't use this more often, because the other day I did not know what to eat and I had, X amount of calories left in my macros. So I plugged it into ChatGPT and it came up with a little snack, and I made Greek yogurt, granola, and fruit. And it was so good. I know about that meal, but I just didn't think of it. So ChatGPT coming through. So I'm gonna say, what's a snack? And I don't know if I'm gonna have this snack available, but let's see if we do. What's a snack that is 79 calories, 6 grams of carbs, 6 grams of crabs, 5 grams of fat, and I'm good on protein. Half tablespoon of peanut butter on a rice cake. I have both of those, and that actually sounds pretty good. And I like how it gives a little calorie breakdown. So if you want to decrease the peanut butter or have half a rice cake, if it's not like spot on, then you can do that. Other simple ways: 5 to 6 almonds, 1 apple slice, 1 teaspoon of almond butter, 1 dried apricot. Who has apricots? I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that is what I ate today. So hopefully you guys have had some kind of inspo. This meal is bomb, super easy, and takes under like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my meal, eat my mush, find the rest of my 79 calories, and call it a day. See you in the next video.